Good afternoon, everybody. Pleasure to see everyone here in Las Vegas. Thank you for joining us today to hear about Cingulate. My name is Shane Schaefer. I'm the chairman and CEO of Cingulate, also joined by our CFO, Jennifer Callahan, and Thomas Dalton, our IR head, Matt Krebs with Darrow & Associates. Forward-looking statements, go to the website if you have any questions, make sure your flow is closed. Okay, why is Cingulate here? And why do we think this is such an exciting opportunity and time to start looking really closely at who Cingulate is and where we're going as an organization with our drug delivery platform, with our products, our assets, and what does the future look like? Well, when we started this company, our focus was on the fact that there are so many different elements of current drug delivery that basically don't allow patients to get the best outcomes. They put providers in a bad opportunity in terms of they have to write multiple drugs or deliver booster drugs to patients. At the end of the day, it's not efficient for the patient, the provider, or the payer. That's where Cingulate wants to focus in. We built a drug delivery platform called the Precision Timed Release Model. This platform allows us to overcome all of these various unmet medical needs in a variety of therapeutic areas. Obviously, if you're here, you probably know we have two assets in ADHD. We have an asset in anxiety already in development, but we also have a pipeline of products based upon this platform that allows us to improve patients' lives, make it easier for providers to provide that, and of course, make healthcare more affordable while providing a nice return to our shareholders. In terms of where we stand today, number one, Cingulate's lead asset, CTX-1301, which is a product for ADHD. Wait till I show you the data. The best data that's been seen in a 75-year-old category in treating ADHD symptoms and a better side effect profile and once-a-day dosing. We have a commercialization plan in effect today. Our commercial partner is a company called Indigene. Now, that doesn't forbid us from actually working as well with other U.S.-based or outside U.S.-based pharmaceutical companies that we're negotiating contracts with today in order to bring them into the fold with Cingulate's assets. I'll talk about our phase 3 program, and of course, we are on time for an NDA submission in the first half of next year. So very late stage company, and we're very excited to get this product to the finish line and talk about the various future assets that we have in development. So looking forward, 1301, that is the goal right in front of us. ADHD, $20 billion plus market in the U.S. alone. Right now, we also have that platform. I'm going to walk you through it really quickly here. You'll see the uniqueness of it and the applicability across dozens of different therapeutic asset areas. We have an asset in anxiety. Here's a $5 billion market at a minimum. And again, we've built a product that is designed to be superior for patient treatment. Outside the U.S., other pharmaceutical companies, they're looking at our anxiety products. They're looking at our ADHD assets. Those are pure non-dilutive events where we can license the product out, bring the asset to them, and look at royalties and upfront payments. You know, as you know, we're at a MicroCap conference, so cash is king, and we're obviously looking at as many opportunities we have to bring capital in now in a non-dilutive fashion. In terms of IP, our IP basically loss of exclusivity, the first opportunity would be 2035. To wrap up kind of the headline slideshow, we have a great C-suite and management team. Now, I've been with Pfizer, Novartis, and Sanofi over my career. Used to have color in the hair. Now it's a different color, a little less thickness. But we have a really solid team that I'm very proud of to call colleagues. We have a great board of directors that go across MicroCap, C-suite, folks in big pharma, small pharma, finance backgrounds. And again, that commercial partnership already in place. One of the biggest risks, even without another partnership, we have one in place today. I'm going to walk you through really quickly the three main categories of our future revenue streams. In ADHD, 2 assets. I'll show you why 2 assets in a second, but right now, our phase 3 clinical plan is closed. So cash burn is tremendously down. We believe we have the data we need to get ready to file an NDA. So good news on that point. We're building our registration batches with the FDA. We've had our CMC meeting with them already. We have one of the most unique manufacturing processes. It's a continuous process that the FDA see. They love it, and they're excited about us getting this in future products as well. NDA prep is happening now, licensing, and then, of course, we'll start bringing 1302, which is our amphetamine product, online in the first half of next year. Our anxiety product, a lot of outside U.S. interest here. They don't like the benzodiazepines, your Xanax, your Librium, products like that. We don't like it here either, but they work. They work really well for panic attacks. The problem is they have withdrawal and dependency issues. We're creating a product that doesn't have those, that you take once a day. And again, the platform is something really exciting. So let's take a look at the platform. This is what the product looks like under a CT scan. And we scan all of our products as we manufacture them. So we're not wasting batches, we're wasting maybe one tablet if it's bad, and we have a very low failure rate. In ADHD, you can see we deliver 3 doses of medication. Now think outside of ADHD. Let's say you're putting a cardiovascular drug together. I'll focus on hypertension here. I'll put your cholesterol med in the middle, and I'll keep your antiplatelet drugs on the second dose. It gives you an idea of the future of the PTR platform. And that's what makes this product and all these assets we're developing very exciting. And we can manufacture these products at almost 1 million finished dosage units in a single day. So we're talking start to finish of 1 week of millions of finished dosage units. What does that mean? More cost efficient, lower cost to the patient, higher profit for our shareholders, and products that patients want to take because it's once a day. If you go to our website, you'll see a very fun cartoon, by the way, narrated by our CFO, Jenny Callahan. She's quite the narrator. So where do you think these assets are looking at with our PTR platform as we move forward? So we have the 3 assets in development right now, 2 for ADHD, 1 anxiety, but all these other assets that we can develop either as line extensions or independent products where we combine 1 or 2 different drugs, or we take the same drug and then deliver it 1, 2, 3 times in a unique dose, timing, ratio, and style. Those are the unique features that we have in this platform. So bipolar disorder, major depressive disorder, there's a $60 billion market, oral oncology meds, Alzheimer's, movement disorders. The therapeutic areas can go on and on. That's what you're buying into when you look at Cingulate today. Not only great ADHD and anxiety products, but products that can really span different therapeutic areas. I love questions during, so please, by all means. We're taking existing unpatented, so products that have lost their exclusivity, and we're making them better. And then we're adding new patents around them. So not only are we taking, like, for example, if you look at our lead asset, which I believe is coming up here in a second, what we're doing is we're taking dexmethylphenidate. Here's a product I launched at Novartis. I named the product Focalin. This product went off patent about 10 years ago. The problem with Focalin and Ritalin and Adderall and Vyvanse is they don't start fast enough, and none of them last long enough. Plus, when you dose so many times a day, what do you cause? Side effects. So we're fixing all of those issues for the fast onset, entire active day duration, no booster dose, no abuse, no diversion, no withdrawal, better side effect profile. We're fixing the meds. Great drugs, we're just making them better. Why are we developing 2 ADHD assets? There's really 2 key points here. 1, this is a stimulant market dominated by methylphenidates and amphetamines. And number 2, everyone, if I asked people in the room other than my colleagues and board of directors member, is ADHD a child's disorder? The answer is no. People think it is. The reality, double. The adult market is double the size and value than the children and adolescents combined. Now, what are we doing at Cingulate? We're developing products that are going to span the lifetime of ADHD. Children, adolescents, and adults. 8 dosage strengths, so physicians can actually optimize their patients to the best efficacy and the least amount of side effects. That's the key here. What does the market look like today, and what will it look like when we launch in early 26? These 4 products here, I launched Focalin XR. You got 2 amphetamines, 2 methylphenidate-based products. These 4 products here are all generic. The branded products, so these products by those names, make $8 billion a year today, and there's a generic in the pharmacy. Branded products do very well in this market. Why? 2 reasons. 1, they typically work more consistently and they're better manufactured. Number 2, their generics are extremely expensive in the ADHD stimulant class, 80 to 90% the cost of the brand, and yet they provide no rebate. So from a market access perspective, we have a great story we can build here to make sure patients have access to our products into this $20 billion marketplace. What are you seeing here? A lack of green check marks. Now, these are great products. These are your 2nd generation stimulants. We're building the 3rd generation, the final frontier as they speak to. Onset, duration, crash and rebound, and avoiding that booster dose. You know, we're having conversations with other pharma companies about these assets. And they go, what's your low-hanging fruit? Anyone want to guess? 60% of patients right now need that 3rd dose. forget that, I said that wrong. 60% are taking a third dose. 80 to 90% need it. We bake it into the tablet for free. And what else do we do? No abuse, no diversion, fewer side effects. So really compelling story. Payers like it. Every physician we've shown the data says, when is this product coming out? And the patients that have been in our clinical trials anecdotally tell us, can I please stay on this drug? It actually works. Very good information thus far. What are the clinical trials showing us? Well, number one, you build a better product, you're going to get a better result. Our effect size. And simply put, what is effect size? It basically means, is this drug reliable? Is it going to work the way I expect it to work in the clinic? It's clinical statistical data, whereas a p-value is more of, hey, did I power this study big enough with hundreds and hundreds and thousands of patients to get the p-value I want? I care about both, but what I really care about is effect size. And the data has been very strong, 2 to 3 times greater than any product in this $20 billion market. We were a finalist in an 80-year-old category last year, head-to-head, almost a 30% reduction in side effects. So let me walk you through the day of an ADHD patient. So first of all, the number one thing you want a medication to do if you have ADHD, what's the first thing you want it to do? Get to work, right? Vyvanse, $4.5 billion last year, 2-hour onset of action. Kind of asinine, right? I prefer the 5 to 30 minute that we will provide. Number two, you don't need to waste all this medication up here. This is wasted drug and side effects. That's stomach upset, that's headache, that's dysphoria, that's zombie effect. I actually moved the mic at the same time. That's zombie effect. So those are the issues that patients face if you give too much drug. Plus now you have to catch up throughout the day. The biggest issue in ADHD, though, is not only that onset, but the crash and rebound that occurs. This is where we make our difference. That built-in booster that you guys saw on that tablet, that third dose where we provide 20% of the total daily medication, we're now delivering that at 7 hours. We stop the crash, stop the rebound, stop the wear-off. And what do? We add another 4 to 5 hours of efficacy. It's entire active day efficacy. That's what this market has been asking for 70 years. It's finally going to be provided. In addition to that, 8 dosage strengths. Everyone in this room, if we all had ADHD, hopefully we don't, but some of us probably do based upon the numbers, 10 to 11%, everyone's different. And it's our metabolism, it's our digestion, it's our severity of disorder. You could take let's say I was a 300-pound weightlifter with mild ADHD. I may need 12.5. You could take a 10-year-old little girl, 75 pounds dripping wet with severe ADHD, may need 31.25. That's the importance of doing that. And that's why we're launching with this. Physicians are so excited about this product coming to market. I'm going to skip this just because I know I'm a little short on time, but let me give you a perspective here. This is our phase 3 adult efficacy study. This is a pivotal study, head-to-head versus placebo. Why placebo? It's what the FDA asks for. So here we got it. Let me just cut to the chase. The existing ADHD products that are available today have the ability to provide you the same data you see here from about 2 hours to 9 hours. There's the existing world today. We provide the morning, that part, and the late afternoon. Major, major difference with just one pill. What does this mean in terms of that effect size I was telling you about? Steve Ferrone and Bob Glatt, they did a study, multiple studies actually. Here's your best stimulants in the market, folks, right there. There's your Vyvanses, your Adderall XRs, Concerta, Focalin, best you got. Here's us. We are there with the orange line. This is what our average was over a full active day. Again, data never seen before in ADHD. Will we be successful clinically? Yes. Commercially, we got to work at it. Market access will be the biggest thing. Another data source, very strong p-value. Fact is, patients start with ADHD, they come down to none, go to placebo, you're back to ADHD, stay on our med, you're in good shape. How do we compare head to versus the other products? 96 to 99% of patients are going to respond effectively to our med. That's better for managed care, for the payers, for the patients, for the providers. It makes it simple in a $20 billion market with no true branded competition when we launch. Safety, almost a 30% reduction. So if you take, where's it at, 28.6, right there. 28.6% reduction in side effects. head-to-head versus the identical molecule, dexmethylphenidate. So to sum it up, our product is bringing to ADHD patients for the first time in 70 years, a product that has the ability to provide entire active day duration, to provide efficacy from breakfast to dinner, from home to homework, from revelry to taps. Get patients through their day, and that's the exciting part. And with that, we bring better tolerability. In terms of the clinical trials, we are in the process of closing everything down. We believe we have enough phase 3 data. We've closed enrollment. And now we're communicating with the agency to make sure we're in the right position to close things down. As we move forward, we'll file the NDA over the next several months, as soon as we get the registration batches, stability data, et cetera. The long story short here is Cingulate is a company ready to file an NDA, very late stage, going into a major market with a superior product. Quick little piece on anxiety, and we don't even need a show of hands. Who wants to take the product on the left 3 times a day, or take the product on the right when they wake up in the morning? If you have anxiety. If I had anxiety, this would be a really big problem for me. It would cause anxiety. So we, in one simple study, showed that we can use our precision time release platform, take 3 doses of buspirone, put it into one simple tablet, and fix anxiety for patients using this asset. So again, this is a product that will be developed later this year and early next year. Commercialization, it comes down to really simple things. You need to have a complete commercial, organizational, operational philosophy in launching any product. It's called go to launch, go to market. Indegene is a company we've already bolted onto through an agreement. We have access to their field force, medical liaisons, medical distribution, third-party logistics, market access. Everything you need to launch a product, we have access to through Indegene. We're going to work with Indegene either fully, or we're going to be licensing part of this product out to another company via a co-promote, or completely licensing it out to them via a BD&L deal where we take upfronts and royalties. We're looking at all 3 of those options. Option 1 is baked, so we have that already. So we've eliminated as much risk as possible in terms of getting this product to market and then successfully commercializing it. So with that, let me open it up to questions. I just got the 5 minutes left placard, so please. Yeah. Oh, if you want to abuse or divert the product? Great question. If you were an organic chemist with a nice set of beakers and all that stuff, you could eventually figure a way to break the system and you get the medication out in doses. Yes. If you crack it, crush it. So again, I was trying to be very just realistic. Again, organic chemist we're talking here. They'll get something else. But yeah, if you crack it or crush it, first of all, you need a chisel. It is really, really hard. I'll show it to you after if you want. I have it with me. It is really hard to crack, almost impossible. Plus, you don't know where the drug is. The drug could be on top. It could be on the bottom. You really have no idea where it is. So now I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to get a hammer and just smash this thing and then crack it into some little lines perhaps, try to snort it. I say this joke, I am from Kansas, but you'll become a Western Kansas farmer really quick and try to get that out of your nose. It's wax, it's hydroxymethylcellulose. It's not going to be absorbed. So it's not going to be enjoyable. Future fellow Kansans in the room. Okay. So it's very hard to abuse. We're not going to seek a non-abusable label. It's fool's gold. But every physician's going to realize, yeah, well, I'm not giving you the booster dose. There's nothing to abuse. Make sense? We can talk some more later too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Great question. So the FDA has 2 approval pathways for what they call new drugs. And not to get too much in the jargon, but it's called a 505B1 or B2. We are a 505B2, which means we are standing on the shoulders of giants, taking all of their data, which I actually built at Novartis, and then we're using it and taking that data and then supplementing it with our data. The critical data is the 2 pieces I showed you here. the pharmacokinetic bioavailability study, a blood level study, and then that phase 3 adult study. That's the data that we've developed on our own, which clearly differentiates us from what's called the reference listed drug. But simply put, let me give you 2 final points. So no, we don't have to do more studies to our opinion. Number 2, over the last 70 years, the FDA has approved 100% of the stimulants for the treatment of ADHD. Very low risk. Yes, sir.
See, you guys did a capital raise recently, February-ish or whatever.
February 6th. So during those clinical trials, the burn was $3-4 million a month. Now that we've concluded that piece, we're down to about $400,000 to $500,000 a month in burn. We have enough capital where we sit today through the second quarter of this year. We have up to $12 million sitting on an ELOC. We have another several, almost I'd say $5 million on an ATM. In addition to that, there are continued discussions around licensing. So we feel very good in terms of the cash position that we're in. Yep. Any other questions? All right. Thanks everyone for your time. Enjoy the rest of the meetings.